It's the summer of 1984, and as the West Indies take to the field against England, under captain Clive Lloyd, a new world order in cricket is about to be confirmed. England's batsmen face a fearsome, fast bowling attack.
Cricket, lovely cricket, and this is how I saw it. England has tried their best, but West Indies has won the test.
Good ball.
Getting out of bed, you know you're going to face Holding, Garner, Marshall. You thought, well, where do you hide?
Oh, he's gone, caught behind. Gower goes straight up to tee, and Garner...
Matching the ferocity of their bowlers is the awesome batting power of Vivian Richards.
But what you got here is power.
Magnificent hit. There it is, 100 for Vivian Richards, and a beautiful stroke with which to bring it up.
This was more than just a series of test matches for the West Indies. Those involved knew that a special kind of pride was at stake in what they did on the pitch.
They want the West Indies team to win every match they play so that they can walk around feeling proud to be West Indians and go to their workplaces and walk in there feeling as if they are somebody and they mean something.
For West Indians, cricket has been part of a struggle to escape a history disfigured by racial conflict and the legacy of empire. When politicians have failed them, they have turned to their cricket team for a sense of nationhood. So when in 1984, Clive Lloyd's team completed an historic 5-0 series victory over England,
Underscored, it's all over.
This was the peoples of the old empire striking back in a way that all West Indians understood went beyond the boundary.
It didn't begin with Viv Richards. This thing is a long, long story. There's no shortcut. There's much more to West Indies cricket than just hitting a cricket ball.
Marshall has 7 wickets.
With a superb exhibition.
And Sobers welcomes him with typical aggression.
Leslie Hall, the world's fouls one down against England.
And what a triumph for the West Indies and their fast bowlers.
Cricket has been described as the glue that binds the West Indies together, creating a sense of a single West Indian identity. It is the only test-playing nation which doesn't represent one country. Consisting of 10 sovereign nations, from Jamaica in the northern Caribbean, the West Indies form an arc of islands, including Barbados and Trinidad, down to Guyana on the northeastern coast of South America.
It is very important because it's one of the few things that we do together. Although they're islands that we bring one nation together, they all have their own flags and anthems and so on. So to play under that one banner of West Indies cricket it's an exciting one, but very challenging.
There is strength in this cultural diversity, which can be seen in the way West Indians play the game.
If you start at the top of the archipelago, Jamaicans bring and Antiguans bring an aggression and a huge confident talent. As you go around, you come to Barbados and you find graft and concentration. The proper Bajan will never get himself out when the score is 25 for 4. Now a Trinidadian will hit that ball for 6. He'll either be out huge or be a huge success.
But when cricket first arrived in the Caribbean in the 18th century, black West Indians were excluded from the sport. Like every aspect of society, cricket was in the grip of slavery and intended for whites only.
Black people would not have been allowed to play. However, they had a role peripherally. They would be sent to retrieve the ball from the ubiquitous cane fields. There were cane fields everywhere.
The physical strength needed to work in the cane fields meant the slaves developed a more athletic physique than their white masters, and they identified returning the cricket ball as their one chance to demonstrate this power.
they would have imposed this on themselves, trying to throw the ball back as far as possible and as accurately as possible back to the wicketkeeper or a fielder, something of the sort. As the game developed, they were called in to bowl to the white batsmen. And this now became a big challenge, that here at last, I've got a license to bowl to Massa, the man who owns me. This is one arena where I could now confront him not just as an equal, but probably even as somebody superior.
After slavery was abolished in 1834, black West Indians began to be called to play alongside whites, who needed them to make up a playing 11. By the turn of the 20th century, black and white were playing together. And in 1906, one of the first West Indian teams to visit England included black players. But the racial stereotypes which divided West Indian society also dictated the roles played on the cricket field.
The tradition of West Indies cricket spoke in terms of a division of labor on the game of play along lines of race and class. Batsmanship was seen as the art of the white player. The fast bowlers were seen almost as if they were laborers, and the young black men would be the fast bowlers and the outfielders, and that was how the game was framed.
Out of Trinidad in the 1920s emerged a cricketer who would challenge this apartheid.
Larry Constantine, Larry, I never bowled the body line. Honesty and integrity are the sum total of Sir Larry.
Larry Constantine learned to master every part of the game on Port of Spain's Savannah pitches.
Here was a man who could bat number 4, who could open the bowling and field at cover point. It was an absolute phenomenal achievement. He was a complete and all-round player.
Constantine's bowling, batting and fielding were all executed with a flair and panache which set the template for how West Indians would play the game.
He was a showman, but he represented the model for West Indies cricket. This was how we were going to play our cricket. We were going to play aggressive cricket, we were going to play creative, artistic cricket. We were going to be athletic in the field. Our fast bowlers must have long runs and must bowl quickly. And the batsmen must be very different from the British batsmen. They must be creative, play all the strokes, and they must be entertaining in the process.
Constantine was part of the West Indies team which travelled to England for their first Test match in 1928. Captained by former Army officer R.K. Noons, Constantine knew that it was inconceivable that a black West Indian could lead the team. But the West Indies were beaten 3-0, and Constantine soon began to feel that a black captain was needed for the team to progress.
Cricket in the West Indies is the most obvious example of the black man being held back. And West Indies cricket will never reach its full potential until it has a black captain.
Constantine inspired black West Indian cricketers, and in the 1930s, a specialist batsman from Jamaica surfaced. George Headley challenged the stereotype that only white players could bat at the top of the order. In 1935, Headley, batting at number 3, scored an unbeaten 270, leading the West Indies to their first ever series victory over England in the Caribbean.
He was a tremendous player, one who proved to West Indians that we do have players here who could really compare with any, and even the great Bradman, because everyone said Headley was the black Bradman. People here said no, Bradman was the white Headley, and so on. And of course, being a black Jamaican from a humble background, that made him more of an icon because the masses could identify with him.
Headley and Constantine were the first cricket heroes to black West Indians, and their achievements